It's 1 West, 1 2 5th. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 1 2 5th. They let the priests in the building. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. Beards, braids, and boots, even though I got a bald head, long nose. Pistol, I feel that bitch with bald heads, all prank. Tissue pulling out that boy's head. Shit's chopped. Looking like a bulls at a street fight, 2 hands faster than the Honda. You don't want no problems, roll up on you like Blanca. 1 West, that's the mantra. Red hairband with a spray gun like Contra. Check your attitude, the gear stretch, longitude, the latitude. Come on. I'm a priest, bitch, so some fucking gratitude to tell I'm 1 West by the way I walk, way I talk. 125th straight New York, Harlem, nigga. And I'ma rep it to the death of me. I die for the guy on the right or the left of me. You turn into beast mode, I turn into priest mode. Get to knocking niggas out like Craig for thinking they default. It's 1 West, 1 2 5th. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 1 2 5th. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building, niggas. Hardcore, men at war. I just follow Captain Yachty, with him I go. I might lose my shit, for him I blow, and get to picking niggas off through that one eye scope. We got a garment down to the foot, girdle around the paps, not a scuff on the book. Yeah. You niggas try and look tough and look cute while we rock rough and stuff until you're stuffed and loose. Been held back too long, now we busting loose, breaking down the barriers, this destructive truth. I was talking to a dumb nigga rhyme and he said we the Israelites. That's no denying. I said, yeah, but you ain't in compliance. You trying to be Kyrie. I'm trying to be General Muhammad. That's right. It make me want to break a nigga's spine and do what a doc ain't even fucking realign him. I get a nigga to get a nigga on consignment. It's 1 West, 1 2 5th. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 1 2 5th. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building. In the building. They let the priests in the building, nigga. It's the truth, it's the home. Home of the truth. When niggas ain't gotta roam. Yeah. When niggas ain't gotta die alone. Put a nigga on both sides, you ain't gotta die alone. Be like, that nigga deader than a motherfucker. I brought my sword back wetter than a motherfucker. Fuck the turtles. I'm shredded like a motherfucker in this gym trying to get shredded like a motherfucker. The loose can and the firebomb, everything on this gun custom like a Diawana, Kala Wanyala, the Kwa, Razan, the Mafia, Yahaja, Malakati, Yaganan. Let's go! They let the priests in the building, nigga, waking up on people. Even when we chillin', nigga, fuck them fake camps, better get with the realer niggas. For Christ come back and say, kill them niggas! Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commanding General Yohana. This is Isupk Austin, Tuesday night Brotherhood class, all right? Brotherhood and sisterhood is a weapon. Brotherhood and sisterhood is a weapon that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to use to rise up out of these hellacious conditions that we are in, okay? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't know who we are. We don't know that we are the true people of God. We don't know that we are a chosen people of God. We don't understand that we are supposed to be separate. We are not supposed to be like everybody else. Okay? Everybody else in the world, they can participate in alternative lifestyles. They can do whatever the hell they want. But us, we are supposed to live by a certain decorum. All right? We're supposed to be a respectable people. All right, but we don't understand who we are. So tonight we are going to prove who we are. We're going to show that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true people of God. All right, are the chosen people of God. All right, this is something that we need. All right, and a brotherhood class is very important because we need brotherhood and we need sisterhood because that's the only way we are going to build a nation. That's the only way we could rise up out of these conditions that we have been set in. All right. And we're going to see how we got to some of these conditions. All right. Matter of fact, all of these conditions. because we are supposed to be the rulers on the earth. Everybody is supposed to be following us. Okay? We're not supposed to be following everybody. We follow everybody's culture but our own. Yaganai, you know, you up there with me. You remember back in the day, we loved what? We loved that Asian culture, right? We thought we was them. You remember all the exploitation movies? All the brothers in there was doing karate. Okay, not even knowing that we have our own fighting style, the Yakarab. Okay, we have our own culture, you know, and we need to understand exactly what it is. That's why we are lost, because we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Let me get that, Yaganan. You already know. I'm gonna share this screen, but if it starts acting up, we just not going to share the screen. Yes. It's acting up. We're just not going to use it. Go ahead, Gagana.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
What?
My people are destroyed.
Says my people. But it says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. The Lord has a people. He has a chosen people that he didn't set on this earth. Okay, this is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the ones who are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We are the ones who are destroyed from Christianity, are destroyed from Catholicism, are destroyed from Islam, are destroyed from loving our enemy, are destroyed from celebrating these wicked so-called holidays that your oppressor has put over you, which only really deals with what? Deals with your oppression or your unaliving. That's where all these holidays come from. Continue reading.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because thou hast what?
Because thou have rejected knowledge.
See, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we reject the knowledge of the Most High. All right? We are rejecting the knowledge when we do what? When we follow these so-called religions. When we follow in these religions, we are rejecting the Most High, and we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Read that part again.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge. You reject the ISUPK. When we out there trying to teach you, we trying to wake up brothers and sisters, we get called what? A hate group. We get called a hate group and hateful by our own people because so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we reject knowledge. Slaki, go ahead.
I will also reject thee.
I will also reject thee. Because we reject the knowledge of the Most High rejects us. How do we know what not to do? We know that because we have laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. And when we go against them, what happens? We hurt ourselves because we are going against the Lord. That's why we have to be strong and we have to always fight. That's why I say if you come here, prepare yourself for temptation. We have temptation everywhere. And we reject the knowledge of the Most High. And since we reject that knowledge of what not to do, and we do it anyway, the Most High rejects us. Continue reading.
I will also reject thee, that thou shall be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten
that thou shalt be no priest to me. Hold on. That thou shalt be no priest to me. We weren't priests to the Most High. Okay, we had our nation ramsacked. Okay, by General Vespasian, right, and his son. All right, so our whole estate was ramsacked. Okay, and we weren't no priest to the Most High. But you know what? In 1969, we were priests to the Most High again, right here with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Continue reading.
Seeing thou hast rejected the law of thy
Rejected
God,
the what?
the law.
See, we rejected that law. That's the knowledge. That's the knowledge. Is that law? Continue reading.
I will also forget thy children.
Reject that who?
I will also forget thy children.
And see, since the children are forgotten, that's why we're born into Christianity. That's why we're born into chematology, born into Islam, born into Scientology. You born into everything but this truth. I wasn't born in this truth. My grandfather wasn't born in this truth. My great-grandfather, he didn't know anything about this. My great-great-grandfather didn't know anything about this truth. Okay? Because their children were forgotten. But you know what? I came along and I found this truth. And now that I found it, I have to hold on to it because it's important. It is everything. It is the matter of life and death. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." They don't understand. Our people don't understand that one of the greatest commandments is love thy neighbor as thyself. Who is our neighbor? Is the children of thy people, all of the tribes. So, being in Christianity, we thinking that it's just our household. We don't have no love for each other. Also, it goes back down to having a personal relationship with God. If you got a personal relationship with God, you ain't got to talk to nobody else. You ain't got to deal with him. And so, going out this weekend or whatever, asking people to donate clothes. A lot of my Isupk sisters, most of them Christians, got crosses around their neck. And one of them told me, well, I got clothes, but I wear all of them. But that's just Christianity. Selfishness. She wore all of them out of one. She didn't have nothing to give.
Good night. Yeah, because that's what Christianity is. Christianity teaches you to be selfish. All the way up to your God. Christians believe that Christ is God, right? But they believe they're the God that they want them to be. Okay? They don't believe in the Most High. They don't believe in Christ. They believe God is whoever they created in their head. That's why they say what? Not my Jesus. But we got to understand, we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Knowledge is power. So without knowledge, you have no power. The Most High is letting you know that your power is in his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. His law is into you listening and doing whatever the hell he tells you. Is there any more in that scripture?
That's it out of one.
All right, we can get up into the lesson. Let's get Deuteronomy 27:1.
You gonna put it up on the screen out of one?
No.
Come on.
I'm gonna try to bring it back again, but no. I don't want the internet, messing my stuff up right now.
Come on. I'll start reading out of one.
Yeah, go ahead and read that. I'm gonna try to pull it up, but you just read.
Come on. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, and verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments.
Keep some of the commandments.
Keep all the commandments. Which I command you this day.
You see, Moses, he told them to keep the commandment. It said Moses got together with the elders. Okay? and said, keep the commandments. Yeah, no, this thing, this thing ain't working. So I don't know what's wrong with it, but we ain't gonna do it. But yeah, Moses got together with the elders, got together with the wise men, got together with everybody. Okay, with the elders, with the people who were going to take this leadership, and they said, do what?
Keep all the commandments.
Keep all the commandments, not some, not the few that you like, not the ones that suit you. It says keep all the commandments. Go to Deuteronomy 28:1.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If thou shalt hearken, hold on. It said it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently, which means to listen closely. Okay, go ahead.
Diligently into the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
Will set thee what? Will set thee equal with everybody.
Set thee on high. Above all nations of the earth.
Now, next to all nations.
Above all nations of the earth.
Now, under the nations, under all nations, like we are right now.
Above all nations of the earth.
Go ahead and read.
Above all nations of the earth, I want.
You see, above all nations on the earth. See, if we would hearken, if we would listen closely to what the Lord, the Most High, is saying, he would put us high above all nations on the earth. The reason we are not above all nations, the reason we are under the thumb of our oppressor is because we didn't hearken diligently to the voice of the Lord thy God. Drop down to 15 so we can understand that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
See, this is why we are dealing with the curses. Okay, this is why we are cursed, because we did not listen to the Most High. Just like when you don't listen to the dietary laws, what happens? You go ahead and you eat that shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, not sticking to the dietary law. What happens? You develop gout. You develop high blood pressure. All right. You develop hypertension. You develop these things because you were going against what you were supposed to be doing. Continue reading.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city. And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. We are cursed in the city. We are cursed in the field. We don't have no ownership. We're not controlling the lands. We're not controlling the layouts. All right. We're not controlling the buildings that are erecting. We're not doing anything. We're not running the farms. All right. We are cursed in the city. We are cursed in the field. Country boys get unalive. City brothers get unalive, right? Sisters are impoverished in both of them. We have to understand, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. We're not having ownership or rulership over anything because we didn't want to listen to the Most High God. This is the life that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are living right now, because we are in the curses right now. We are under the thumb of our oppressor right now, who keeps their foot on your neck. Continue reading. Or actually drop down to 21.
Verse 21. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee.
The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto. That's the disease. All these diseases and these sicknesses. Heart disease, right? All these infections. A big mama's legs swelling up bigger than her damn head. But she's going to still put what in those greens? Yaganan, what's she going to put in those greens? Even though her leg is swollen, she can't even walk to the damn stove. What's she going to put in
there? That fat back and that bacon.
That fat back, that hog mug. Oh, it has to go in there. Baby, this is what gives it the flavor. Oh, they all about that flavor. Well, they put half the damn salt canister in there. All the pork. And not only they're going to put pork, they're going to put bacon. Not only they're going to put the hog mug, they're going to put the bacon in there. Go ahead, Yakina.
Come on, all my relatives know I'm in the truth. So it was some days later after Thanksgiving. I wanted some dressing. So I went to one of my cousins, and she said, I said, can I have some? You got some dressing left over? She said, yeah. Then she said, well, you can't eat it. I said, why not? She said, I said, why not? She said, because I put bacon grease in it. Bacon grease in dressing, I don't want. Seriously?
It has to go in everything.
But she knew.
I believe they put the damn bacon grease in cereal. Your Frosted Flakes need a little bit of bacon in it.
Come on.
We got to put the pork in every damn thing. Okay?
Question, Adam. Have you heard of that before, Adam?
What?
Them put bacon grease in.
Oh, no. Because why the hell do you need grease in there? It makes no sense. But they just have to have it. And that's why the pestilence sticks to us. We out here living however we want. All right? That's why we get these sicknesses. You out here sleeping around thinking your rod is meant for any and everything. Then we come back and we need what? We need Big Tarvey to be zero detectable because of that pestilence. Go ahead.
Come on. Give me a second. I don't want to come to last place. 2081. What verse was it? I don't want.
We still at 21.
Okay, come on. I don't come. I'm gonna start over that. I don't want. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he hath consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it.
Continue reading.
Verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever.
You see, it will read that part again.
The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with fever.
You see that? We are being consumed. All right, we're getting these fevers. We're getting these sicknesses. Continue.
And with the inflammation.
And with that inflammation. Hold on. We're taking it step by step, line by line. And that inflammation. That's why your ankles are swollen. That's why your leg is swollen. Okay? Continue reading.
Come on. And with inflammation. And with extreme burning.
And with extreme burning. I shouldn't have to tell you what that extreme burning is.
Come on.
That extreme burning is those venereal diseases. Oh, there Got a young brother. Okay. But yeah, that extreme burning, that is venereal diseases. All right. They can't give backs. All right. That's why it's not wise just to be trying to sleep with everybody just for your lust and for your pleasure. That's not wise. Continue.
And with the sword.
And with the sword. All right. Today, that sword is what? What is that sword today? Who can answer that? Go ahead, Yakana.
The sword could be anything. Adam, it could be a gun. It could be a
That's
car.
that's what I'm looking
Anything.
for. That's what I'm looking for, though, right there. I'm looking for that gun. That's what that sword is today. Okay, that's what they use them to unalive you with today. Hey, Trooper, I want you to pick it up. At Deuteronomy 28 and 23. So you get that ready. Y'all can now continue reading.
Come. And with blasting. And with mildred. And they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
You see, these things consume us until we perish because we are suffering these curses. We are under these curses right now. And we are under the curses because we didn't listen, right? We didn't listen to the Most High, so we got put under the curse. So what would we have to do to get up out of the curses? We would have to listen, right? We'd have to obey the laws of God. Can't be doing what the hell you want. Okay? Can't be out getting high. Can't be out blowing squares. Can't be out having unlawful sex. Can't be out doing any of these things. We have to take heed to what the Most High says. Continue. All right, pick it up at 23, Trooper Yaquab.
Con. Verse 23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron.
All right. It says, and thy heaven over thy head shall be brass, and thy earth that's under there shall be iron. When you think of that iron, and you think of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, what comes to your mind when you're dealing with iron? Because that's what they put us behind.
Welding.
Put us behind. But hold on, did you say something, Trooper?
Con.
All right, hold on, y'all. What did you say?
Bars or welding.
Yeah, bars. But what kind of bars do they put us behind?
Metal. Iron.
No, I'm saying, what kind of bars do they put so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
Jail bars.
Jail bars. Prison bars. Over 2 million of us. Okay? That's why when you get in trouble, they're locking you up and they're throwing away the key, right? Y'all, give me Zechariah 11 and 5. When you get locked up, they're throwing away the key. All right? But when your oppressor does the exact same crime as you, what happens to them? They get a slap on the wrist. I remember the one oppressor, he ran through a crowd of people. You know, they said he had a sickness, he had a disease. Okay? But when that brother ran through a crowd of people, you know what he was? He was an unaliver. Y'all know the real word. Okay? That's what they called him. Because there's two different judgments. All right, even when that Edomite cop, when she ended up killing that one cat in Dallas, it's like it. When she ended up unaliving that cat in Dallas, because she walked into the wrong house, She walked into this dude's house, unalived him, and then said she thought it was her house. Well, do you know what the judge said? The judge said, I am going to try you as an African American. I'm going to try you like an African American. He said that in the courtroom, and that was on the TV. You can look that up because there's two different judgments for you. That's why the earth under us shall be iron. Go ahead, y'all can know what I asked for.
Book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
Whose what?
And hold themselves. Whose possessors slay them.
No, read that again from the whose possessors slay them. Ain't that what happened to Trayvon Martin? Ain't that what happened to Mike Floyd? Mike Brown? Ain't that what happened to George Floyd? Ain't that what happened to Philanda Castile? Ain't that what happened with Sandra Bland? I mean, the list goes on and on. Think about the names we don't know. That's what goes on with all of them. But it says whose possessors slay them, and what do?
And hold themselves not guilty.
See, they slay you and they hold themselves not guilty. They don't believe that they're wrong. But anything you do, they want to throw the book at you because they believe that you are wrong. Because they have a perpetual hatred for you. That's what the Bible says. For they have a perpetual hatred. All right? And that's why there's a different set of rules for you. I know y'all feel that at school. I know y'all understand at school. There's a different rule for you than there is for your oppressor or these other nations. Y'all are under a different guideline because they have a perpetual hatred for you. When you walk into school, they hate you off the top. He has weed or vape pens or this or that. You think they're checking little Bobby for Percocets? Oh, I'm sure he has them. I'm sure he gets in a fight and gets suspended every fifth week. But he's not a problem child. He's still going to get to be on the wrestling team. But you make one mistake, you'll never play basketball in that school again. But this is what we have to understand, because those possessors slay us and they hold themselves not guilty. Go ahead, y'all can continue reading.
And hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. In their own
and they believe they are blessed because they are able to manipulate. Because they're able to manipulate everything. Because they're able to not judge themselves, right? They feel that the Lord is blessing them for this. They say, "Oh, the Lord has to be with us." That's why they're in church every day. The mafia is in the damn Catholic Church all the time. Right? And they go out there and they do what they do. Is there any more on that, y'all can
No, I don't want.
All right. Pick it back up, Trooper. Verse 32. Let them know where you at.
Con. Verse 24. 24, right?
Drop down to 32.
All right, con. Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
All right, hold on. Whose sons and daughters were given into another people? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's whose sons and daughters were given to another people. We understand we were slaves right here. We understand what happened. They wrote it down in history, everything they did. We know that they came over here and that they disrupted the lands and they took slaves. Okay? And it says thy sons and daughters shall be given unto another people. That happened to us. Continue reading.
Con. And thine eyes shall look and fail with the longing for them all the day long.
See, and it says thy eyes shall read that part one more time.
Con. And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
See, your eyes look and they fail, longing for them all the day long. Because what you're going, if somebody took your child or took anybody that you loved and they sold, just imagine how you would be. You would be looking at everybody, okay? Looking at everybody trying to what? Trying to see if that's that person you love. But your eyes are going to fail you because everybody you look at, it's not going to be that son or daughter that was given into those other people. We took major losses as a nation because we didn't want to adhere to the Lord thy God. And we take major losses today. That's why some of us are being unalived. And we're being unalived by many different ways. Okay? There's many different things happening to us, happening to our nation. And it's happening because we don't understand. We don't have any knowledge of who we are. We think everybody is just the same. And that is not the truth. All right? Continue reading.
Con. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And there shall be no might in thy hand. That's what we want, right? We want that power to protect our children. Still today, there is no might in our hand. You know how I can prove there is no might in our hand? Because we have our Mexican babies still at the borders, right? Still in foil tents because we don't have no might in our hand to go take them out of that condition. The only way we can have that is to have the Lord with us. That's the only way. That's the only thing that's going to save so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out of whatever condition that you were in. Drop down to 45.
Con. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
You see, all these curses are coming upon us. That's why we have such a high prison rate. That's why we have such a high disease rate. That's why we have such a high unaliving rate, right? Because we are under another nation, and that is a curse. Continue reading.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
That's why the curses are on us, because we didn't keep these laws, these statutes, and these commandments. All right, continue.
Con. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
You wonder how we know who we are, because this is a sign on us. We know who's going through the curses in the earth. Right now, we could all look and just see, right? This is a sign and a wonder for us. What's the young man's name?
Braylon.
Braylon.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Braylon. Come step up to the plate. Read 48. Yeah. Get that brother in the screen.
48 here.
All right, you got it, warrior. Loud and proud. Verse 48.
Yeah.
All right. Book of
Deuteronomy.
All right. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou
Uh-huh.
serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger
All right, hold
and
on.
in thirst.
It doesn't say you're going to serve. Hold on. It ain't going to say you're going to serve your friends. Billy is not your friend. Bobby is not your friend. Ahmed is not your friend. Nabutu, he's not your friend. Okay? And here in America, we are serving our enemies. We didn't serve our friends. It's just giving you the layout of slavery. And it's telling you, you ain't serve your damn friend. It says, thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Yeah, it was sent against us because we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Now continue reading.
In hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
All right. So back in slavery, what? We had to serve him. All right. And we served him in hunger. He fed us. He gave us those chitlins, those hog mugs, everything that he threw away, right? That's what he gave us. We served him in thirst. All right. We had to fetch some water. Okay. He was the producer of what quenched our thirst, right? All right. And in nakedness, if you getting some clothes, you're getting whatever torn and tattered things that they throw out. All right. And he put that iron yoke around our neck. I don't know if y'all seen those pictures where they had the iron yoke on their neck. You know, they did it. They did several different ones. They had ones where they could tie us all together. We go around in a circle like a damn merry-go-round. They had some where we would line up. Okay. Then they have some to where you couldn't just run with it because it's too much on your head. All right. Now they took that physical yoke off, and that yoke is spiritual because you still serve your enemy in hunger and nakedness and in thirst. Because where are you going to get your food? You're going to HEB. You're going to Walmart, right? You're going to those kind of places. Where are you getting your clothes? Where are you getting your raiment, things you put on your body? Where are you getting your water? You're getting all this from your oppressor, from your enemy. So now all that yoke that was physical, it has become spiritual now. Continue reading.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord
Uh-huh.
shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagles
See, it
fleet.
said the Lord shall bring, hold on, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee. All right. There was a nation that came against us, right? And then it says from far. Oh, they come far to do their evilness and their wickedness. Okay. Yeah, far from the end of the earth. All right. They came all the way from the west to the east, they say, right? And then they came first they came all the way down to the west to conquer us. Then they went over and got us. Okay. So they was just going around conquering. All right. Continue reading.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Keep going.
You see, as swift as that eagle flieth, as swift as that eagle flieth, what who represents the eagle? Who loves the eagle? Who can answer that?
America. Americans.
America. That's why it's on your dollar bill. That's why it's your national bird. That's why it's all of those things. And you know who else? Who else? Who else? Let's see how deep y'all know. Let's see how deep it goes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all gonna?
Come on, out one. Rome
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
Spain.
Y'all gonna? You got?
Come on, Rome and Spain out of one.
You see that? Rome and Spain. From Rome to here. Oh, they represent that eagle. They love it. That's why it says as swift as the eagle flieth. All right. Continue reading. Oh, hold on, Salaki, before you do that. It said a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Hell, you can't understand a hillbilly in Louisiana today. Okay? I watched the damn show. What's the show where they getting them alligators? They got a cat on there. I don't never know what the hell he's saying. I put the subtitles on just so I can understand, right? A nation whose tongue that we shall not understand. We didn't understand them. We had to learn their language. We had to learn what the hell they were saying. Okay? And they did that by conquering us. Continue reading.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
You see, they don't care how old or young you are. Dylan Roof didn't care when he went in that church. That cat who drove 600 miles all the way down here in Texas to unalive our Isupk brothers and sisters in that Russia, he didn't care. All right? When George Zimmerman was doing what he did to Trayvon Martin, he didn't care. They don't show no favor to the old or the young. They don't care. We are all one to them. And they have a perpetual hatred for all of us. I've seen this one interview where they said, when does he turn from a cute little black boy to a scary criminal? And you know what that devil said? She said about 12 years old. So ever since you were 12 years old, you were looked at as a straight enemy and a threat to your oppressor. And that's why you need the knowledge of the Most High, so you can understand how to move out here. It's not safe. It's dangerous out here for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Because in the blink of an eye, they will unalive you. And what did Zechariah said? They're possessors who slay them and hold themselves not guilty. All right? All right, give me Baruch in the Apocrypha. Baruch 4 and 15. And whoever got that, whoever got that can read that. Let's get that quickly. Yeah, that's in the Apocrypha. Matter of fact, get that for me, Yagana. You get that for me. Y'all stay in Deuteronomy. In Deuteronomy 28. Yagana, you give me Baruch 4 and 15. Because we have to understand that this happens to our nation. Okay? This isn't happening to everybody in the world. Everybody in the world who's going through anything, that's because they're fighting for their own things. When we're getting unalive, we're not fighting for our own thing. You fighting for O Block. You fighting for O Block. Do you think those niggas own O Block? Who thinks that? Who thinks them Chirac unalivers? They don't own O Block. They live there. That's the strip of ghetto that they gave you. That's the Gaza strip that they gave you. Okay? When you going over there into their military, you being unalive, you think that's for your nation? You think you going over there and fighting for your nation? You're going over there to fight for your oppressor. Go ahead and give me what I got, Yagana. What I asked for.
Of Baruch chapter 4, verse 15. For he hath brought a nation from them from forth, a shameless nation, and a strange language.
They are a shameless nation. Hold on. They don't have any damn shame. They are highly proud of the things they do. They don't have no shame. You know how you hear people say there ain't no shame in my game? They are not ashamed. Epstein's list came out. You think they're ashamed about any of that? You know? They don't have any damn shame. Continue reading.
Come, and of a strange language, whom neither reverenced old man nor pitieth children.
You see? They don't care. They don't give a damn. All right? They have a perpetual hatred for you. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Trooper Yaquab, you could pick that up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
Mm-hmm.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Hold on. We're scattered through the four corners of the earth. That's why we're everywhere. Okay, now continue.
Come. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
See, that's what we do now. We serve that wood and stone. That wood and that stone. This is y'all gonna give me Habakkuk 2 and I believe 18. We serve this wood and this stone. All right. We don't understand that is not of the God of our fathers, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our forefathers didn't know that. They didn't know that about no Christianity. They didn't know about no Islam. Okay, give me what I asked for real quick, Yagana.
Book of Rebecca, chapter 2 and verse 18. What profited the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it? The molten image and teachers.
What profits you? Hold on. What profits you wearing that Christian cross? If your homeboy was unalive with a Uzi, would you wear a Uzi in remembrance? The cross is just how the Romans unalive people. You know, there was two wicked bastards next to Christ on that cross, right? So what the hell did it matter? That what the hell does the cross matter? If everybody was going that way, okay? Now continue. Go ahead, Yagana.
I don't want to ask the Christians why the cross. They said they feel protected and safe.
That cross is their God because Christians practice what? Idol worship.
Come.
That's why they're gonna do they're gonna do everything, but serve the Most High. A Christian will do any and everything to be closer to God, but to do what He says. They rather, create God in his head. That's why every alternative lifestyle member, they are Christians. They believe in God. They go to church. You think that boy leading the praise and worship team, you think he's nuts? You think his boyfriend ain't in the front row? Okay. That's what Christianity teaches. It teaches you to worship idols and to do whatever the hell that you feel. I know y'all just heard TD Jake said, he said he didn't do what they're saying, but if he did, couldn't he just repent because the blood is so strong? Didn't he just say that? So that's a Christian's lifestyle. Yeah, I'm going to commit this alternative lifestyle act, but after I do, I'm going to repent. Okay, continue reading.
And a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusted therein, to make dumb idols.
Continue reading.
Verse
To make
18,
what?
Dumb idols.
The Christian cross is what?
Dumb idol.
That cobblestone in Mecca is what?
Dumb idols.
Those are just dumb idols. You shouldn't follow those. You shouldn't worship them. Okay? Because they are nothing. They are vain. Vain in the Bible means nothing. They are a dumb idol. All right. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy and give me 65.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find, it's like thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
You see, hold on, stop there. It says, among these nations thou shalt find no ease. We don't have no peace. We don't have no rest. Okay? It said, and neither shall thy sole of thy foot have rest. Why is that? That's why you don't know that you're an Israelite, because you got to work all day long just to still be poor, just to still be broke, just to still be tortured, just to still be oppressed. No matter what you do, you work so hard to be a part of their culture. You work so hard to be a part of their institutions, to be a part of their fraternities, to be a part of their armies, to be a part of their churches. You work so hard, and that's why you don't have any rest. The sole of thy foot has no rest, because you have to work from dark to dark just to still not be able to pay your bills. Continue reading.
Khan. And it's like, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
You see, when you're sitting in that ghetto, that Lord gives you a trembling heart, because you don't know what's going to happen. You have to fear all the day long. You have to be on your P's and Q's. You think your oppressor is walking through their neighborhood on their P's and Q's? They're not. But we have that trembling heart. We have that fear because we know what's out there for us. What else it say? It says, in failing of the eyes. You looking forward, but you having a failing of the eyes. Why? Because you don't see no way out. You just sitting here in this struggle. You just sitting here in this torment. You just sitting here in this oppression, and you never think you're going to make it out of that crack house. Or women never think they're going to make it out of that whorehouse. You never think you're going to get away from this gang violence to where you are unaliving other brothers and sisters over a color. You never know how you're going to raise this child in this community where stray bullets are taking us out in high numbers. Because we have a trembling heart. We have that fell in the eyes. When we look to the future, we don't see any future. That's why we need this truth. Because here in the Israelite School of UPK, we see a future. We understand exactly what's going to happen. All right? It says in a sorrow of mind. Your mind is never at ease. Your mind is never at ease. Why? Because that light bill keeps coming up, and you couldn't pay it last month or this month. That water bill. Your son's on drugs. You have to bail them out. Your daughter's pregnant at 15. Am I saying things that we don't know? Am I saying anything that we don't understand? This is what happens to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because we are under these curses. Continue reading.
Con. Verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
Read that one more time. We're going to take it line by line.
Con. Verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
And that life shall hang in doubt before thee. Our life hangs in doubt. When you walk out of those doors, you don't understand what's going to happen. Okay? And we have so many things against us. We have so many things that is tormenting and torturing us that we don't have. Salaki, I don't want to jump too ahead. That our life hangs in doubt. Continue.
Con. Salaki. Where'd it go?
And thou shalt fear day and night.
Thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
Understand? Hold on. And y'all shall have we shall have no assurance of our life. We fear day and night. Hop in that car early morning to go to work, and then hop in that car to come home. You have the same fears. Walk down that block to go to school. Now walk down that block to come home from school. It's the same fears. You don't have no assurance of life. Continue reading.
Con. Verse 67. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even. And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning. For the fear in thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
You see, when it's the morning, we just trying to make it to the night, to the evening. When it's the evening, we just trying to make it to the morning. Meaning what? We just trying to make it. We just trying to live and not be unalived over no unnecessary things. Okay, continue reading.
Con. Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right, stop there. It said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. This is another scripture for reincarnation, because Moses is talking to a specific people. All right, he is talking to Israelites. Okay, so the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Egypt means what? Bondage. That's why it's saying he'll bring you with ships. You don't need a ship to go from Israel to Egypt. It's about an 8-hour walk, I believe. Okay, so you don't need any damn ship, but you do need a ship to be brought over here to be slaves in America. Continue reading.
Con. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there
that right there. Hold on. Yaganan, you give me Deuteronomy 5 and 6. And you shall see it no more again. It is talking about what? It is talking about our land. We are not in our borders of Israel. And those borders of Israel that you see today, Israel is way bigger than that. When the Lord gives us our land back, it's going to be way more than the borders that you see. Okay, continue reading.
Con. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondsmen and bondwomen, and no
You
man
see,
shall buy
when
you.
we were took when we were taken in those ships, we were sold into slavery for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning nobody was coming to rescue you. And not only was nobody coming to rescue you, once you was ready into slavery, a slavery could be bought out. Somebody could pay and you could be a free man. But nobody was doing that. Why? Because they have a perpetual hatred. Okay. Um, Trooper Yaqua, you get Leviticus 26 and 38. Yaganan, you go ahead and read what I asked for.
Was it out of 1:6 and
Deuteronomy 5 and 6.
5 and 6, con out of 1 con. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5 and verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
See, that land of Egypt, that's the house of bondage. America is set up like Egypt. When you go to DC and you look at their monuments and how it's set up, they trying to structure it like Egypt. That's why Egypt erected the phalluses. America erected the phalluses. All right. Even down to the dollar, they have the pyramid on it, right? Because America is the modern day Egypt and the modern day Babylon. All right. Go ahead and give me Leviticus 26 and 38.
Con. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 38. And ye shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up.
That's what happens to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We perish in the land of our enemy. All right? We perish among the heathen. Okay? The land of our enemies, it eats us up. That's why we can run down a list. That's why there's an Emmett Till. That's why there's a Trayvon Martin. That's why you're under this oppression. Okay? That's why you're being destroyed. Because of what? Read that again.
Con. And ye shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up.
That's what they do. They eat up everything. They eat up everything, all the way down to your identity. Kyrie and Kanye can't even say anything that they're a Jew because of what? Because they will eat you up. It is not safe for us out here. All right. Give me Genesis 42 and 1. Because they like to always say we're African, right? The Egypt are so I don't let me educate some of y'all if y'all don't know. Okay. So we have this whole Kemetic community, right? Do y'all know what the Kemetic community is? Does anybody know what that is? Starting with young man. Do you know, Trooper? The Kemetic community, do you know? Yaganan, the Kemetic community, do you know?
No, I don't.
All right. The Kemetic community is black people who practice Egyptology, who say we are Egyptians, who say that our blood dates back to the pharaohs. All right. That's when you see the brothers rocking the Ankh, rocking the Eye of Horus, talking about the 42 laws of Mayat. Okay, so they represent this, and they try to say we are this, and they try to say that we are African. But as you know, they always pick Egypt. You know why? Because Egypt has these great megalithic, things that were erected, but they were erected off the backs of the Hebrews, of us. That's why what? That's why Moses, the Lord gave Moses the power to get us the hell up out of there. And the Lord delivered us from Egypt. All right. Well, there's a whole community today that Captain Tazariak destroyed, by the way, that practices that believes that. So they think we are them. So we are going to show you now that Israelites are not Africans. Okay. We are a different people. We shouldn't be called African Americans. That's the name they gave to us. And I'll let you know, they always change the name. Because we were the hard N word. I can't say it on here because they will shut down our stream. Right? Then we were Negro. Then we were Afro black. No, then we were colored. Then we were Afro black. Now we're Afro American. So they always change it up. And if y'all don't know, do y'all know who Jesse Jackson is? Jesse Jackson was there when Martin Luther King was alive, right? All right. Jesse Jackson is he's a brother who ran for president before. All of these things keep hope alive. Well, we got to understand that all right, how do I want to put this? Jesse Jackson is the one who coined the term African American in the 1970s. So you're being called an African American, but only from the 1970s. When you know that you've been here way longer than the 70s. Okay. So this is why real history is important. This is why the Israelite School of UPK under the Commander General Yohana is important. So you can learn your real history and you can learn the real truth. Okay. We are not Africans, and we're about to see this right here. Let me get Genesis 42 and 1.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42, verse 1. Now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, why do ye look up one upon another?
See, Jacob, all right, there was a famine. Things were getting short. But Jacob looked to his sons. He said, y'all are healthy bodies. Why are you sitting on your shoulders? Why y'all looking one upon another? Go get the damn corn. Okay? Drop down the sticks. Oh, hold on. What we need to understand is, if y'all don't know the story of Joseph, his brothers, they were going to unalive him, but then they sold him into slavery. Okay? And when they sold him into slavery, he ended up getting into Egypt, having visions, and rose to the top. So the Pharaoh had a dream, about there was going to be this certain time of good and a certain time of bad. So Joseph, what he does is he interprets dreams. Okay. So he interpreted the dream and he said, all right, this dream means there's going to be 7 years of good and plenty and then 7 years of famine. So since he interpreted this dream, the Pharaoh made him second under Pharaoh over all of Egypt. And remember, Pharaoh was looked at as a god. So Joseph was second over all of Egypt. and he controlled this. And if you look in the Egyptian culture and all that, I believe this would be Hatshepsut. That's the same story of Joseph. Okay, that's where they got this story. But you know, your oppressor is going to what? He's going to give you a name. You're not going to be Yaganan. You're going to be whatever the hell he says, right? You're not going to be Yaquab. You're going to be whatever he says your name is. I'm not going to be Shamaram. I would be whatever his name says. So that's what we have to understand. That Joseph had, through the Most High, given him power. He had rose up, and it was for a reason, because this famine was coming. And at that time, Joseph saved the world. Continue.
Con. Wait, so like I said, you want me to start at 6 or 7 or
Verse
2?
6.
Con.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. And Joseph was the governor over the land, and it was that sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth.
You see, Joseph's brothers came because they needed that corn. They needed something to eat. They needed something to bring back to their father. Continue reading.
Con, verse 7. And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them.
All right, hold on. It said, and Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but he made himself strange unto them. What does that mean? What does that mean that he made himself strange unto them?
He made it seem like he ain't mess with them no more.
Nope. It said Joseph, listen to this. Joseph recognized them, but he made himself strange unto them. So Joseph recognized them. Did they recognize Joseph?
Lie, sir.
Hey, Trooper. They did not recognize Joseph because he made himself strange unto them. How? How do you make yourself not look like your people?
Look like somebody else's people.
Assimilate.
What you gonna say, Yagadan?
Take on another custom out of one.
Yeah, y'all are both right, because he did what? He looked like an Egyptian. He didn't have a beard. Okay. He looked like an Egyptian. He made himself strange to them. He looked like the people he was around, right? All right, continue reading.
Con. And spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, whence come ye? And they said, from the land of Canaan, to buy food.
Continue reading.
Con. Verse 8. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew not him.
And Joseph knew his brother, but they knew not him. If I take all this glorious beard off, I know it's gray, but it's still glorious, Braylon. I see you looking. Okay. All right. I see you looking. All right. I know it's gray, but it's glorious. If I shave this off and I put a suit and tie on and walk past you, you will not know who the hell I am. Okay? That's how he made himself strange to his brethren. And Joseph knew them, but they knew not him. All right? We're going to get off of that because that can go real deep. Yaganan, let me get Alexa, Exodus 11:7. And Trooper, you give me Job 30:30. We're gonna have to get through some of this because I mean I have a lot. Yeah, I need that though. Give me Exodus 11:7. I need that.
Book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue
Mm-hmm.
against man or beast,
Yep.
that ye may know how the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
There's a difference between you and the African. And let one of them high science brothers come to you and they'll say you're an African, right? You one of them blackety blacks, they will come to you and say, well, you African, brother. Oh, you really an Egyptian. You was a king, you was a pharaoh, you was a but in the same breath, they will tell you what? They will tell you that you know what it takes? It takes 1,000 years for phenotypes to change. You wonder why you can tell an African here an American. I'm pretty sure y'all go to school with Hamites. Y'all understand they're Hamites, right? It's not a surprise, right? Because it takes 1,000 years for phenotypes to change. Well, we haven't been here for 1,000 years. So even according to their science, they can't call you Yaquab, an African, at school. They can't call you Braylon at school, an African. It ain't even been 1,000 years for the phenotypes to change. Do y'all know what phenotypes are? Phenotypes is your facial structure. Okay? That's how you can understand who a Hamite is. Because you understand their facial structure, right? You understand they don't look like you. These are the things that we have to clarify and that we have to understand. Because really, this world and this life, it goes very, very deep. So what do we have to do? We are priests and prophets of the Lord. So what do we have to do? We have to go very, very deep. One time I heard somebody ask General Muhammad a question, and they asked about his understanding on it. And he said something absolutely heavy. He said, my understanding is like it is on everything. It's vast and exhaustive. And until I studied, I didn't know what that meant. But I understand. Here in the UPK, when we study, when we ask questions and get answers, your understanding will be vast and exhaustive. Okay? I get exhausted explaining things to people, things that I feel they should know. But I understand because I was at a point before where I didn't know. But you just come to this class every Tuesday. You just go to all the classes every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll understand. You ever listen to Captain Yatazak? You need some understanding? That's wrong. Go to Cap. Okay? He's going to give you all the clarification you need. Whether it's this or whether it's you're just a wicked bastard and you need to this, and this. Okay? Where we at?
It's like it's Job 30:30.
Let me get that.
Khan. Verse 30. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat.
It said, my skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat, letting you know that Israelites are people of color. Let me get Jeremiah 12 and 9. We're going to move a little fast right here. Because I can't even get to everything I want to get to. And I blame Yaganan for having me break this down so deeply tonight. Okay? Jeremiah 12 and 9.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
My heritage is unto me as speckled birds. The birds round about are against her.
You see, we are a nation of many colors. A lot of colors come from our nation. Okay? But Yaganan, no. Yaakov, give me Hosea 7 and 8. But yeah, Jeremiah 12 and 9, it says, my heritage is as a speckled bird. The birds round about her, they come to assemble. All the beasts of the field come to devour. Like all these nations come to devour it. That's why you do what? You got to get your strawberry blunts and your malt liquor from who? And your gas from the Arab. You get your drugs from your oppressor. You get all these things from these other nations that come to devour you. They come to eat off of you. Do you know, as so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Individuals, do you know we're called? They relate us to liquid gold, because as soon as a dollar comes, as soon as any money comes in our community, it leaves instantly. They call it liquid gold because liquid runs faster, right? Do you know when we had Black Wall Street, the Harlem Renaissance, Rosewood, when we had all these places, do you know it took 1 year for the dollar to circulate? So if I give $1 to Yaquab, or I give $1 to Yagonan, if I give $1 to Yaganan, or I give $1 to Yaquab, or I give $1 to Braylon, it's going to take 1 year for it to circulate. How long do you think money takes to circulate now? You got Amazon Prime. Oh my goodness. I'm ready to strangle my rib over Amazon Prime. If it was lawful, I might. Okay? I love her. I don't want to hurt her. But I want to strangle the Amazon Prime out of her. You see? Because every day I got to see a goddamn package or three. Let me say, I got to see 3 packages or 6. It's never one. Okay? Sometimes I just open them and throw the shit slocky and throw it somewhere. Do you think she's going to know? No. Because all she does is say, accept. She don't know what the hell's coming. Some of the things I'm going to throw straight in the trash, and she will never know because she don't know what the hell she ordered. She just press and accept. These are the things we have to understand. Continue reading.
Khan. Hosea chapter 7, verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned.
All right, so back in the day, you would put a cake in the oven, right? Then you would pull it out, you would turn it. So that's how you baked it. Okay, you had to put it in there. You're gonna bring it out. You have to turn it so it bakes even on each side. Ephraim is my tribe. What people don't know, because they don't know Israelites or Israelite culture, I am a so-called Puerto Rican. Okay, I am a Ephraimite. I know people see me and they might just think, yeah, he Judah. No, I am Ephraim. But the reason we have all these colors, because the Lord said before, My heritage is a speckled bird, right? Meaning of all colors. Ephraim, the reason that the Puerto Ricans could go from bright white to dark black is because what were we doing? The Taino Indians, they were going over, they were sleeping with the Spaniard women and having these children. And that's what happened. All right, let me get limitations. I think I'm going to have to end on limitations. Let me get limitations 4 and 8. And hold on, if there's any questions in the chat or on here at any time, you can type them in the chat, and any time you can ask them on here. Go ahead and read limitations 4 and 8.
Khan. Limitations chapter 4, verse 8. Their visage, their visage is blacker
Their
than
facade,
coal.
their
Oh,
facade.
so like their visage is blacker than the coal. They are not known
Uh-huh.
in the streets. Their
Uh-huh.
skin cleaveth to their bones. It
Mm-hmm.
is withered. It is becoming like a stick.
You see, meaning dark-skinned people. Let's go to Christ. Revelations 1, and we can start at 13. And is there any questions first? Y'all got any questions? Anybody here?
We good, other one.
All right, go ahead.
Khan. Revelations 1, it's like chapter 1, verse 13. And in the
Uh-huh.
midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like
All right,
unto the
hold
sun.
on, right there. Hold on. What? Hold on. What are the 7 candlesticks? Go ahead, Yagana.
7 churches out of 1.
The 7 churches, meaning the 7 what? What are we? The Israelite what? Go ahead.
It's talking about the schools.
Schools. The 7 churches, meaning 7 schools. But you're absolutely right. All right, continue reading.
Khan. One like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a
Mm-hmm.
garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Continue.
Khan. Verse 14.
Continue.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
All right, meaning the color. Hold on, white meaning the color. All right. See all this white in my beard? See all that? White meaning the color. Wool meaning the texture.
Khan. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Why? Why? Because
Khan. Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they were burnt in a furnace. And his voice as the sound of
they was burnt in the furnace. If anything in that fire, hold on. Salaki. Our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. But that was it anyway. So if y'all want to get with me for the rest of the lesson, I got about 44 more scriptures on this. Okay? Literally. 44 more scriptures on this. So let's get the security announcements.
This is the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk Star of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, or he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 through 10, means tenth in Hebrew, ma'asru. 10% of every penny that it's like 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Upcoming holy convocations. Upcoming holy convocations is Purim, all right, the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, Thursday the 22nd of February and Friday the 23rd of February 2024. We find this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black: boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf.
With that, we're going to Imagium, which means to stand. To turn and face the east. And we're going to get the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Tabaya, Ratazaka, Haya, Asha, Baratazak, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nalatam, Ladawa, Lakam, Ko, Yawan, Wasalakyanao, Kabawatianawa, Kasalakyanao, Kabawatianawa, Wala, Tabanawan, Banasawan, Abo, Yahwashanawa, Bayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahatapa, La Walayim, Aman. Now in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, that will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. All right? Now we're going to give a courtesy salute to the teacher. All right? Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak.
How about some Hausa Barakatah?
How about Shemi Ashar by the thumb? All right. Yazam Natah, we go to Sar, turn face the sisters rise. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Barak. Yahweh Shemal Thumb by Shemi Ashar, Yazam Natah, class dismissed.